And we're on the telephone with Miranda Viscoli. And Miranda, you are known throughout New Mexico for conducting gun buyback events, but we see now that Texas is making that sort of activity illegal. What do you have to say about that?
It's beyond absurd. We've done 22 gun buybacks in New Mexico, and we've taken in over 3,000 firearms, with almost half of them being semi-automatic. I wish the governor and the Republican senators in Texas would come and see one of our buybacks, because they would see parents with kids with suicidal ideation, women who are afraid that gun's going to be turned on them by their abusing partner, wives with husbands with dementia who shouldn't be around firearms. Why would anybody be against this? And it's voluntary. And the guns are run through NCIC. Stolen ones go back to the rightful owner. A crime gun would go into evidence, but no criminal to this date has been that dumb, right? So it's so extreme, and it doesn't have to be this way. Unfortunately, we have a president who's pushing for, executive orders of the Second Amendment, which is ridiculous. It's already in the Constitution, right? Getting rid of the Office of Gun Violence Prevention, that they were training law enforcement on how to use ERPOs. I mean, these were not anti-gun initiatives. They're just simply getting guns out of unsafe hands.
I mean, I know you've received some pushback in New Mexico. What are some of the biggest concerns, I guess is what I'm trying to get at, in opposition to what it is you do?
I think it pushes the envelope. I guess what I should say is it pushes the comfort level a little bit, because we are destroying the firearms, right? So people who really love firearms and are very pro-Second Amendment, that ruffles their feathers a bit. That's the only thing I can think of. And I am not an anti-gun person. I am a gun owner. I don't have anything against lawful abiding citizens owning firearms, but the firearms that are no longer needed, we need to get rid of them. It's the same thing like a prescription take-back. You needed the painkillers after the operation. Now you don't need them anymore. It's probably better to get them out of the house if you have, teenagers, etc., or somebody who has a propensity towards addiction. It's the same type of situation, right? So I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people over the years who started out against it, and by the end, they always have said, I get it now. I just didn't understand. So I think it's really having conversations with those who are like, this is crazy. This goes against the Second Amendment. Well, no, it doesn't, right? So, yeah, that's what I would say.
I would agree that if you own something, you're allowed to do with it whatever you wish. So if you want to...
And these are the very same people that would agree with that, right? Why take away that freedom?
Next question. Do you have any events coming up?
Yes. Unfortunately, the buyback that we were supposed to do in June was canceled 24 hours before, because it was at the same time as the UNM graduation, and UNM said no. So we are having our next buyback that we were supposed to have will now be on August 23rd at 9 o'clock at the UNM command substation. And once we have the flyer, I'll make sure I send it to you.